Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on the time of day that you're watching this. I'm truly excited to make this announcement. If you stay tuned to the end of this video, I'll share with you how you can get a free copy of my book. The disappointment of regret is greater than the pain of discipline. The disappointment of regret is greater than the pain of discipline. Again, stick around, and I'll share with you how you can get a free copy of my book. Well, as you all know, I just turned 49 years old, and reflecting on my age and where I am at this point in life, I was thinking about, this time last year, the wife and I had recorded a video on my birthday, and it was the first time, the only time I had ever interviewed or had anyone on my channel other than myself. Well, this year we were in consecration with the church, a 21-day Daniel fast. And so it ran through the 25th, and obviously my birthday is on the 24th. And so we didn't get a chance to record that video. We will record that video shortly because there are many of you actually have requested a redo or a follow-up or an update, if you will. And so we'll do that. But I'm excited. I'm excited about this new year. Prayerfully, you all are. What's crazy is we're almost out of the first month of the year. January is almost over. I mean, how crazy is that? January is almost over. Time is not waiting on anyone. Time is not waiting on you. It's not waiting on me. And so what does that mean? That means that you have to get busy doing the thing that has been in your heart to do. For a long time, you've put it off. You said, next year I'll get to it, or next month, or next week, or whatever. Now is the time. If this isn't any indication, right, the fact that we are already through the month of January. It seems like we were just celebrating New Year, at least for me anyway. And so take this moment to take inventory of the thing that you want to accomplish, right? What do you want your testimony to be December 31st, 2026, right? You want to look back on this year and say what exactly? I remember starting the year off in 2025, writing some things down, some very specific things. And those things I wrote, shared with my son as he was home visiting from college over the holidays. He was asking me what I was going to accomplish or wanted to accomplish in 2026. And I told him, I hadn't quite figured it all out, all of the details, but there's some things I had in mind. And so I told him I'd be writing it down. And so he asked me a question. He said, well, has that worked for you in the past? I said, as a matter of fact, it has. At the beginning of the year in 2025, I wrote down some very specific things. As a matter of fact, I showed him in my journal on January 9th, 2025, I'd written down I wanted to accomplish X, Y, and Z. And I showed him those things. And it didn't dawn on me until that very moment that I had written those things down. And after writing those things down, on January 27th, 2025, the things that I had written down had actually come true. And it dawned on me right there in the moment. I was like, wow. And I got that idea of doing that from a book I had bought probably 15 years ago, but didn't read it until just last year. And that book is by Napoleon Hill, a very famous book. A lot of millionaires and billionaires kind of swear by this book. It's called entitled Think and Grow Rich. It's not an endorsement of the book by any stretch of the imagination, but I read it. I thought it was a great book. You should go out and get it. Right? Maybe I guess it is an endorsement of the book. But the reason why I sat down to record this video is to encourage you to get going, to get moving, right? To do the thing that you said you want to do. Do it. Try it. Attempt it. Right? You never know how that thing is going to turn out. And if it doesn't turn out the way you expect it to turn out, at the very least, you will have had the experience. And experience speaks far greater than you know, right? There are no losses. I know people say that all the time, but the truth of the matter is there are no losses, right? You will have learned from the experience. You will have grown from the experience. And should you decide to try again, you'll know what to do, what not to do. I say go for it. Whatever is in your heart to do, do it. Try it. Right, provided you're not breaking the law, right? Provided it's not immoral, unethical, or illegal, right? Then do it. Try it. Try it. You should do what is in your heart to do. And so I didn't want to be a whole long time. Happy birthday to me. I'm excited. I'm 49 years old. Right. And so I will be 50 years old next year. My plan is to go to Sierra Leone, West Africa, to go to a place of my ancestry, my mitochondrial DNA. I did through African ancestry, and the results came back that my family tree on my mother's side goes all the way back to Sierra Leone. And so this time next year, I will be in Sierra Leone, West Africa, getting to know my cousins. But anyway, you didn't stick around this long for that reason. If you want a free copy of my book, The Disappointment of Regret is Greater Than the Pain of Discipline, then all you have to do is email me at greenerpasturesoverhere@gmail.com. Again, email greenerpasturesoverhere@gmail.com. Email me simply your free book, and I will send you a free digital copy of the book. I assure you that book, it's not lengthy by any stretch of the imagination. When I originally wrote the book, it was pretty lengthy, but I thought to myself, if somebody has an issue with discipline, they're not going to read a 100+ page book anyway. So we condensed it down to the most important details. And so the book is about, I think, if my memory serves me correctly, it's about 79, 80 pages. So you can get to it relatively quickly. There will be additional volumes after that book. But the book, I promise you, it'll bless your life. One of the quotes, my favorite quotes, I'm quoting myself as a favorite quote. That's kind of ironic. But one of my favorite quotes out of the book, it says that discipline today is the gift you give your future self. Right? Discipline today is the gift you give your future self. So give your future self a gift today by emailing me the words free book to greenerpasturesoverhere@gmail.com. And you'll get your free copy of the book. And as always, when your grass is green, there's no need to look on the other side. God bless.